The story is called Moving On Up, hence the theme song. I don't know if you remember that show. It's a pretty funny show. All right, so the show is called, or the story rather, is called Moving On Up. It's a story that I wrote many years ago, and I recently read again. I found it, and I had a good time. So we're going to read it here. What's cool about this story is that you get to participate in the story. You're actually the central character. You get to make a decision at the end of the story. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Leave it in the comments, right? What decision you would choose to make. You get to participate. So we're going to set the stage first. You are a prominent fellow at a top-tier research university. I got to get inside the shoes of this here person. Every day, your work is bringing us closer to solving a major problem. You're well compensated. You lead a high-quality lifestyle. You have a bright future ahead of you as long as you can keep up the good work. You're optimistic for that future because of the findings of your latest study. The problem you're researching can rather easily be solved and prevented. Implementing a solution will be inexpensive for both people with the problem and the relevant authorities. Once the problem is solved, the alternative solution, which is really just a band-aid, will no longer be necessary. You've discovered a way to solve the problem at its root. It's very powerful. You've run many successful trials for your solution with a success rate of over 98%, with zero attributable side effects. The people who have used your solution continuously thank you. They're very happy for the work that you've done. This is the major breakthrough you've been waiting for. You're going to make the world a better place. And it's not just a cliche this time. You finish writing your report and send it off, eager for your director's review and the numerous accolades that will await. The National Conference on Problems is in 2 months. You'll probably be asked to present your findings. So you might as well start working on the speech you're going to give there. The next day, though, your director calls you into her office. She's sitting at her desk, holding the report in her hand, looking at it with great intensity. Instead of a smile, she has a rather stern look on her face. You take a seat, but she still does not look up at you. Something's up. You cannot publish this, she says. I'm sorry? We can't be responsible for claiming an absolute solution. It's been vetted extensively. We found it works 98% of the time. It's not absolute, but our trials show that it works. This will be considered fraudulent research. We cannot tell people that they can just stop what they're doing just like that. But they can. I mean, they don't have to stop if they don't want to, but there's no reason to have to continue. We found a true solution to the problem. I'm sorry. We can't publish this. I don't understand. What we have found will help a significant number of people. What is your problem with this? Isn't it important that people get their problem solved? They think we're faking our data. I've already spoken to our contact who put us on this project. Okay, that's absurd. You know I would never. I have never. We will be labeled as a phony research team, and we won't get any more funding. Our future grants will be denied. But our partners should be happy. We found them a solution. This solves a major problem. If you don't want to put your name to it, I'll publish it myself. This is important. If you publish this, I won't be able to keep you on. I'd have to let you go. You'll lose your title. You'll be labeled as a fraudster. For giving people false hope. You can't do that. You'll lose your credibility. I'd hate to have to do this to you, but you'd leave me no choice. Please archive the report and your data, then move on to the next study. You're my best researcher. Please don't force my tied hand. Ooh, something is up, obviously. You've never been told before that you can't publish your work, let alone lose your career if you do. That's big. That's confusing, isn't it? Well, you could try publishing it yourself because it's the right thing to do. You do want to help people ultimately, right? That's your goal. But who would believe you if your credibility is being attacked from every direction? Who's going to take you seriously if you have no credentials? Who would listen to a fraudster. Would you publish? Would you publish? That's the question for today. Would you publish? What would you do in this scenario? What would you do? Let me know. Leave a comment.